Greetings, kitties! Welcome back to Keepers of the Crypt, our Tales from the Crypt podcast that delves deep into the dungeon of horrifying delights that Tales from the Crypt always had in store for us. Welcome to the modern era Tales from the Crypt. At your new home on Shudder, it has been such an absolute delight to rewatch the show, to rewatch other young fans finding it. What a treat. What an absolute treat. We are pumped and honored to be sharing our thoughts as we relive this experience with a whole new generation of horror fans. But before today's amazing episode, a little bit of business. People, please find Misfit Parade on YouTube. That's our channel. Please subscribe to Misfit Parade on YouTube. You can find this podcast, our short films, and our sister podcast, the Messed Up Movies podcast. If you're a Tales from the Crypt fan, it is 100% guaranteed you like some messed up movies. So please go support that show. The best way to do that is subscribe to Misfit Parade's YouTube channel. You can also find Messed Up Movies podcast and Keepers of the Crypt wherever you like podcasts. If that's Apple, we're there. If that's Spotify, we're there. Stars, ratings, reviews, sharing episodes with your friends, sharing episodes to your socials. That helps us out enormously. We thank you in advance. We find ourselves today, Season 2, Episode 9, Four-Sided Triangle. Farmer George is attracted to Mary Jo. What great names. The nubile young woman who helps out with the chores. The problem is she's in love with the scarecrow. What a description. Directed by Tom Holland, starring Patricia Arquette, Chelcie Ross, Susan Blumert, and of course John Kassir as the Crypt Keeper. We're hitting the deep middle of season 2 now. Yep. We got past the cuckold section of the series, and now we're moving into...
They've made a bit of a turn.
Someone cheated on me in the writer room, and now I'm going to take revenge. We are into the real fun stuff, right?
Starting to get some closure on that hurt.
Yeah, you're like, it's better now. I got a new girlfriend.
A little bit.
Let's move on. So that kind of started with For Crying Out Loud, the Sam Kinison one.
Yeah.
And this kind of hits, this next run is really fun episodes, right?
Yeah, and especially in one of the ones we'll talk about here soon, but...
That's right.
Not necessarily this one, but it does, the Crying Out Loud type style definitely starts to shine through.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of our patrons, Melanie, had posted that there was this attempted spinoff they were going to do, and you can tell when they were episodes that were for that and not for... Tales from the Crypt, and I was like, that's a great point.
Yep, and I actually remember you saying that to me outside the podcast, and I think this episode is maybe one of those.
This one?
The four-sided triangle?
I could be.
I can see it fitting in that, because it kind of has that, it's not like
lurid
horror,
sexuality.
Like, yeah, it definitely has that kind of like late nights cable, not premium cable, but just like cable, like softcore porn. It's not really like horror graphic, but also it has that kind of like long con that doesn't make sense.
I think if you look at it, the comedy of this episode is the thing that shines through. It's a ludicrous premise.
It's absolutely ludicrous.
Right, because essentially the story is Patricia Arquette plays this young... Farmhand is probably a strong word, because it seems more like she's been captured and will not be let go.
They somehow like pick up somebody from a gas station and then trap them on their farm, but like how they're trapped there is like one thing that doesn't make sense, and other than they're in the middle of nowhere.
They're in the middle of nowhere. There's an angry woman who's like on a crutch and a cane.
Right. That just like beats the shit out of Patricia Arquette like right off the bat.
Who wants the help. Right, seemingly is picking people out that she thinks are simple or not wanted,
and
but still picks her up even though she is insanely attractive and never wears a bra apparently,
and doesn't want like
and then
any temptation from her husband.
Is hawking her husband to not make any dalliances with her. Right. Then you add in the farmer husband who is, for lack of a better word, like a pre-rapist. You know what I mean? Like, he's on his way.
This is a very cringy episode. Like, it's like
very
the one term,
cringy episode.
And he is an extremely cringy guy.
Yeah, because he is just trying to figure out how he can... He's terrified of his wife.
Right.
Which we'll see later. That comes in like, to big effect, how scared this guy is of his wife.
Yep.
But essentially, that's the gist, right? Is that this guy is trying to find out how to get Patricia Arquette alone and assault her.
Which doesn't make I don't know what his game plan ever was when there's 3 people on a small farm.
Yeah.
That he ever thought he was ever going to get away with it. When they're home all the time.
This is older white guy delusion, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Which is, if I can just get there, they'll thank me later.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I still got it for one more. It's gross.
Cringe again.
I'm saying, but like, there's this bar I go to, and it is like big time divorce energy, right? So like, all the dudes are like, you can tell they're divorced. They're like wearing affliction shirts, like they haven't had them out in a long time.
Yeah.
Right? The ladies are all
pulled them out
divorced.
and dusted them off.
Yeah, the ladies are all divorced, and the old men will run up on any group of young women, right? They hit them like fucking locusts. And it's just like, I still got it. I'm still there. And it's like, dude, you're just not that guy anymore.
Because they just don't get that energy of them saying, get the fuck away from me.
They walk up to the table, and it's like, I make minimum wage. I'm 53, divorced, dying of a heart condition. Do you want this dick? And all the girls are like, what the fuck? But you can just,
I still got it.
They're not bringing anything to the table, right? They're just hammered and running up like, maybe these young, attractive women will just want to have sex with me. And there is just this level of delusion attached. And this is kind of a more pointed and sad version of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I see it all the time, dude. I'll just be at the bar like, what the fuck is this guy thinking? It's like one of my favorite people watching things. You just see the guy like saunter over, bumping into people on his way, and you're just like, oh, Lord. I feel so bad for those women.
Right, yes. It's not a favorite thing to watch them just like be uncomfortable, but to watch that guy get rejected time and time again.
No. That I like.
Yeah.
I feel bad because it's like watching the scene in Jaws where the mayor's like, keep the beach open. And you just know someone's kid's getting eaten. And you're like, those poor women came out to like enjoy a drink. And here comes this overweight great white, or less than great white, like swimming towards their table.
Like a goblin shark.
Yeah, like it'd be different, right? Like I bet most of my friends would be stoked to get hit on by like a 54-year-old like drunken woman.
Sure, but it's
you'd be like, that's a rise, right? Like we never get hit on, right? Like
now, I mean, even
men
in my 20s,
in a bar is different than like women in a bar.
Right, it's different for us, but
neither here nor there, because he just straight up tries to assault her like within the first couple minutes of the movie, and then fucking brains her.
Right, yeah, she tries to run away, and he hits her with like a bottle over the head.
Yeah, because he claws her, or she claws him as he's trying to like get some kisses.
That's right.
And then she tries to get out. He fucking knocks her out.
Yeah,
like knocks her all the way unconscious. She gets up and starts like trying to get to. She runs out to the cornfield, blood pouring from her head, sees this Madonna like a virgin like fantasy.
Yeah, the scarecrow kind of like
scarecrow stepping down and being kind to her.
I kind of like took that as more of like, once you like see the end, that's like the scarecrow like, I'm your ticket to freedom.
I thought it was just like a nice hand, like someone's just like, I'll actually help you out instead of assaulting you, which seems to be her life.
So well, I will circle back around to that just because it's all based on like what happens in the end. Because in the show, for the most part, they make it seem like he's done some serious brain damage to her.
Yeah.
And she's hallucinating and is truly in love with this inanimate scarecrow.
I get what you're saying. Right. That is the thing I was wondering about too. So that leads to him making excuses to his wife about what happened, right? From there, she goes on this. She begins to float through the episode, right? I'm going to see my man, and he'll make love to me. Lady's like, God damn it, enough of that talk. Right? And she's all pissed. So essentially what's happening is this guy is trying to follow her out at night. She goes out in the dark at night, singing, happy, skipping to her man with her dress on.
And she's not quiet about it, too. Like, is one thing I noticed.
Exactly
like,
not.
Like,
she's not quiet at all.
She
to where the husband gets up, and the wife's like, I'll kill you. I'll kill
she knows exactly what he's thinking.
She's like, listen here, motherfucker. Even that part of the episode is fucking terrifying for where we're at in life. It's like, when does that hit? Where you're just like, ugh, this gross piece of shit that I'm married to is trying to go out and bang a person with brain damage.
Right.
But I want to keep them with me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question of why she keeps him around.
And when I said bang, I meant sexually assault.
Like she just keeps him, she must just like keep him around for the other labor because that's what she cares about.
I mean, that's what
she has help on the farm.
But I'm saying like she's not walking with like a fucking, pimp cane. She's got a broke ass little stick.
Yep.
Shitty ass dresses. Her husband dresses like an idiot. Like, what are you working all this hard for?
Just to keep what they have.
Go to town. Go to town and be a grumpy cashier or something. Like, restart your life. Like, I actually almost feel bad for this woman if she was not capturing farm hands. So she's also pretty shitty at the end.
Yeah, if she wasn't, basically like human trafficking to herself.
It seems like maybe something happened and she took lame.
Yeah.
Right? So she tries to get these unwanted to work on the farm to like help make up the variant. And she feels like her physical disability is the thing that's separating out her husband's intimacy. So it's kind of a sad story for her too.
Also, like,
but at the end, she's essentially a criminal as well.
Right? No, she's still a terrible person. But the one thing that's actually interesting in that, the one of the nightmares that wakes him up in the middle of the night, he starts having a dream about having sex with Patricia Arquette, and then wakes up in a cold sweat right after Patricia Arquette turns into his wife.
Yeah.
Like, having sex with his wife is a nightmare.
I was like, her leg is messed up, not her whole body. Like, she's still the lady that you've been presumably banging for like 20 years.
And maybe that's why she's so angry.
She's just like, dude, just you be on top, right? Like, I'll keep my legs straight. Help me out here, dude. He's like, no, sorry, we can't do various positions. I'm out.
No, he just views her as like a monster.
But that's what I mean. She's only a monster because he's running around hard on first, chasing people that are not his wife.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
I think he drove her insane. I think this is the easiest to track the criminology of the episode, right? I think he's the one that this all stems from.
Yeah.
But he is also clearly actually scared of her. So the ending of the movie, they go with this Revenge of the Nerds ending.
Oh, yeah.
Where he decides he's going to slide into the scarecrow costume, come down off the fucking scarecrow cross or whatever, and finally bang Patricia Arquette. The wife at home has driven the tractor out to the field, right, with her pitchfork. This man is so afraid of the wife that he is broken because he's a serial cheater and rapist, that when she holds up a pitchfork, he doesn't bring his hands down and say, whoa, whoa.
Right. Yeah, he just sits there and takes it.
Yeah, I'm in here. I was testing her theory. I was seeing if she was, like, he didn't even make up lies.
Right. He's like, nope, I got to stick to it. Holds to his guns.
And let her fucking murder him.
Yeah, and it's not like it's out of nowhere. She held that in front of him for a while.
Why did he just let her murder him?
I'm just assuming that he just dug his heels into the role. He's just like, nope. I'm a scarecrow.
He was
nothing to see here other than a scarecrow.
He was praying against the better odds that she would not stab him.
Yeah.
And he could escape.
Because I guess if he revealed himself as a scarecrow, she definitely would have stabbed him.
I mean, he could have ran.
That's true.
He could have outrun her.
He couldn't go back. But
not to be cruel, he could have outran her.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. It wasn't
and just be like, hey, I'm the also a farm worker. Please do not kill me.
Yeah, but that's another one of these things like where this episode has a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense. Him sitting there and taking the pitchfork is one of the big ones.
It is a fun kind of cat and mouse thing. And then at the end, he gets his comeuppance, which we all wanted.
You're right. He gets what he deserves, which is, again
I thought he should have got pitchforked in the crotch. I thought that would be funnier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like a little cocktail weenie roast, you know what I mean?
Just like have just gone down and up.
Right. Just kind of get him weenie first.
Yep. Just skewered him.
Right. And then when she realizes it was her dumb husband, she's like, yo, fool.
Yeah.
Yo, fool.
And she still cries even though she kills him, even though that's what he was doing.
This episode leaves you two huge questions. I think she knew he was in that fucking scarecrow.
No, I don't think...
A small part of her had to know he was in that scarecrow.
I mean, although that's fair, if you're married to somebody that long with a guy like that, part of you is like, he's in that scarecrow.
Where do you think he went?
Right. Yeah.
This lady's talking about how she's going to get, banged by a scarecrow. Right? Maybe walk up and grab him first.
Right.
So I think there was a rage that she kind of knew he was in there. Secondly, Patricia Arquette immediately takes out the wife.
Right. Turns around and then, stabs the wife in the back and then
kind of sings her way out, has the key.
Yep. Takes off and says, I'm free. And all of a sudden isn't in love with the scarecrow man anymore. So that's where...
But that's not her scarecrow. Her scarecrow's blowing in the wind naked.
No, this is where I think it was just a long con. A long con that didn't make sense to earn her freedom. In some ways it does make sense because she had something like, I got a man, don't touch me. She has a weapon against
it seems like a
husband.
Psychological defense weapon against this rapist she works with.
Which in that sense makes sense.
Right.
But in your minds where your end game plan is like, I'm eventually going to convince him to get dressed up, get on the stage there, and his wife will drive out and stab him, and I'll stab her and I'll take off. Like, it seems like there are some easier ways.
Can take the wife.
She could have taken either of them. Like,
the husband
she's a young,
fully
20-year-old
grown farm strength man.
That's true. She
like,
men
that work on farms are like ridiculously strong because of the kind of work they do their whole lives.
Right. But I
feel the idea of taking on a fully grown farmer, she's probably like, all right, I need a trick for this guy, then I can handle the rest.
Yeah.
And it might have just worked out better than she thought.
I just figured she would have, like, every farm has a gun. Just shoot him if she wants out. Right. Or just run down the road. Eventually, you're on a road. Somebody's going to pick you up.
You get your fucking rapist. You use their fucking sickness against them and be like, you piece of shit, gotcha.
That's true. That's
she
actually
set
a
up
good point.
The easiest, most obvious trap for him. Right?
Yeah.
He's proving that he had no sense that she had any value as an actual human being.
Right.
Right? Because if he thinks this is going to work, he thinks she is a less than normal human. And he can pull this fucking ruse off.
Yeah, that's true. So he treats her like an object, so she turns around, literally turns him into an object, and makes him the cause of his own demise.
That's right.
By getting up on that scarecrow and sticking to his guns as a scarecrow.
And singing every night, so she knows the old lady will know that he's fucking running out of bed.
Exactly. So yeah, that's right. That's the other part. She announces she's leaving. She's trying to get them to come out.
She's got this motherfucker right.
So maybe it's a smarter plan than I gave it credit.
But that's the thing. It's not just an escape. It's also their cosmic punishment as well.
So yeah, that's fair.
Which is an integral part of a Tales from the Crypt episode, is that whatever your criminality is, that has to be used against you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. At the end, we see the Crypt Keeper wearing a mask.
Oh, by the way, the Crypt Keeper at the end, though, another thing that makes this episode cringy is the joke the Crypt Keeper uses.
What is the joke? I didn't even remember it.
He goes, and he didn't even give her a bonus. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, no, Crypty.
No rape jokes, Crypt Keeper. No rape.
Yeah, that is not a good one.
That was not a that was a low point.
I skimmed past that. So the Crypt Keeper was saying he should have at least got one on the way out.
I don't know, but
damn, Crypty. We'll call up our friend John Kassir and be like, "Hey, can you explain?"
Yeah, let's clarify that we don't want to sandbag him, but
I forgot that existed. That's not great.
It's not great. It's not great. But it's one of those things, I guess, looking back and like, it's not an excuse, but it was the 90s, and they probably didn't think that one out as much as they would have. Nowadays.
Maybe the thought was he was just making a joke because the guy didn't get his plan, so it's not as sinister.
I think he was just trying to sneak a dick joke in.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he does. Yeah. That's what the Crypt Keeper does.
Yep, and inadvertently made it kind of a rape joke.
Yeah. But it never happened.
Right, it never happened. But
so maybe they thought it was safe.
Maybe.
Again, this is an old show, guys.
It's
an old show. There's a lot of stuff like that to come. So that's it.
Wait. Oh, one thing we did forget before we started is the talent behind the episode.
Oh my God, we did totally forget. We've had a little break here, so we forgot.
Yeah, so real quick, which gives like high hopes for this episode, is directed by Tom Holland, who did Child's Play and Fright Night. So, and obviously, starring Patricia Arquette, who's fantastic. So, some great cast behind this episode.
The old farmer was from Major League. He was part of the pitching staff, I believe.
Yep, he was like the old senior pitcher who was just getting run out by
putting all kinds of weird stuff on his ball, like weird lotions and potions. He also insulted Jobu and almost got knocked the fuck out in Major League.
That's right. Like he was like the super Christian who didn't like the voodoo religion.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he had a type.
Yeah.
He's getting typecast a little. But yeah, great. Honestly, this is one of those episodes where you're like, this is not a great episode.
Right.
But it checks the boxes for, again, our metric is, if you had canceled plans to watch this, would you have been mad in the 90s? No, this was a fun ride.
It was all right.
Right? It was a fun enough ride.
I can see it as being one of the ones that was, though, like we said, was meant for that other series.
It feels like, though, with the Scarecrow thing, like it was just Tales from the Crypt enough.
The cosmic
I
punishment.
think it's the hard romance ones where there's very little kind of like horror except for like jealous murder that kind of changes it. The addition of the Scarecrow in this makes me think that it was a real Tales from the Crypt.
It'd be interesting to know. But still, nonetheless, yeah, I'd give it a B minus.
Yeah, it's like a middling episode. My guess is it'll end in the middle by the time we're done. It's also not helped that the next episode is one of my all-time favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to that one. That one.
So thank you guys for listening, as always. Thank you for spending time with us. If there's anything we can do to make the show more fun for you, let us know. We'll start figuring out some other cool stuff we can do for the Tales from the Crypt series. But until next time, thank you guys so much. We'll see you then.
Have a good night, everybody.